Hey all, Cohen here. So I'm going to do a little bit of an update and just talk about another thing, and that's probably going to be it. So the update I want to talk about is my phalloplasty. In the last video, I believe that I let y'all know that I got my funding, but it went, like, obviously it went to my doctor's office because the doctors are the ones that apply for the funding. I have nothing to do with it, so therefore it would not directly come to me first. It would have to be sent to me, which is always how it's been. And for some reason this time, like I said, my doctor was unaware that they were supposed to keep an eye out for it and send it to me or whatever. So 2 months loss of the funding because it's 6 months that you have it for. So I'll probably have to apply for an extension for my funding, which fun with all the other things that I'll have to do. But the good thing is that I have that documentation. I sent it off to Align, where I will be going for surgery in San Francisco with Dr. Safer. Normally Dr. Safer works in LA, but the microsurgeon, Dr. Chang at Kind and Chang, is going to be my microsurgeon. So he is going to come to San Francisco to do my surgery with Dr. Chang. So the files were sent to Dr. Safer's office, to the personal assistant that I had an email for before. I was let know that someone else was now working on that, and this person would also be who I would contact for any reason. So I got their name, I got their email, and I forwarded them the funding information. And then the following week, I just checked up on it, and I actually got a phone call, and the person that I will now be dealing with at Align introduced themselves, let me know who they are, what's going on and stuff, and let me know that they did get my paperwork for funding, and that before I can book, I have to have a consult with Dr. Chang, the microsurgeon, just so that we can go over everything. I signed a release form, so he has my files, and I'm just waiting for them to call or email me and let me know when my consult with him is. The good thing is that I've explained my situation and everything that's gone on over the past 4.5 years, roughly, of surgeries and whatnot, and that my last surgery was 2 Octobers ago. So I'd kind of just like to finish this off. So they said they're fast tracking that for me, which is great. So hopefully I'll end up getting a consultation appointment sooner rather than later, because once I have that consultation, then I can go ahead and book my surgery. And then once that's booked, I can start planning where I'm going to stay, how I'm going to get there, all that kind of stuff. I was hoping for May, but it's almost April, and I think that's just like way too crunch time. I don't know if there would even be a date available. I know it works out for other people, but living in Canada and having to travel to the US and have all these other things transferred from US to Canadian so that I can get some stuff done here, and then anything else that I need to take care of, it's just a lot. The next month that I have, like, my caregiver and help for my wife available would be like July, and then after that would be September. So I'm not sure, don't know, highly doubt May, possibly July or September. So we will see how that goes, and I will update everybody once I hear back from that. So that's good news, happy about that, and hopefully it just keeps going at a good pace as things move forward. The other thing I kind of wanted to talk about is not surgery related. It's just kind of, I don't know, like, I'm kind of weary bringing this up, because when I bring up my feelings or like certain things, I'm not pinpointing anyone. Like, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. I'm expressing my feelings within a situation that I feel uncomfortable in, or sad, or whatever it may be. And if you happen to be part of, like, something I'm talking about, it's not that I'm talking about you specifically. It's just my feelings within that situation. And usually what I'm talking about involves like more than one person. It's normally like a group of people or something, like maybe where I don't fit in. So it's not like I'm bringing anything up for anyone who is like friends with me and I'm like, oh, I'm talking to you without saying your name. That's not what I'm doing. Just trying to kind of explain where I'm at right now and how I'm feeling. I do not have a lot of friends in person. I talk to many people online, a lot of trans people. Majority are in the US or in other places besides Canada or on the other side of Canada away from me. And I get along with those people really well. I appreciate that I have them. And honestly, I wish we were all closer and we could meet and hang out. But obviously, that's not always doable. So I try to find like areas and spaces where I should fit. And it's kind of just becoming frustrating. And I don't want to just be like, okay, well, I'll just be alone all the time because I already am, and it's not the funnest thing in the world. But like if I try to do things regarding my Indigenous background, I find that I'm just inundated with like having to prove myself or just having things not be accessible or not being able to be given the information that I'm requesting, or even things that like being a registered uh, Indigenous person to the reserve that I belong to. It becomes difficult because there are things that are accessible for everyone there, but I live 5 hours away. And those same things, it's more of the cultural stuff that I would like to at least do. I can't just go run up there to do something for an evening. I'd like to be able to like get that. I would pay to have it sent, the thing sent to me, so that I could, with like a little information packet, just letting me know like roughly what I'm supposed to do, and then I would like to attempt it on my own if I have to. And then even here in Hamilton and around, I've tried to make friends with Indigenous people, Two-Spirit people, and you can see that I am more white passing. It's winter, so don't judge me. But at the end of the day, like, I don't necessarily look Indigenous, and I find people have been very aggressively challenging towards me and exclusive. And so, therefore, I've stopped trying to really get overly involved in that. The queer community, outside of my city that I live in, I'm fine. There's lots of y'all that support me and watch me on Trans Fellas and follow Trans Fellas. But like where I am, I'm not asking to be anybody. I don't want to be an influencer. I don't want to be a face for nothing. But like I'm nobody. And it hurts a lot of the time. So that's another area where like I'm not welcome necessarily, or I don't feel included. I don't get invited places. I don't, whatever it may be. It's just not really been great for me. And then, when you try to like find other avenues or groups or whatever, I've noticed myself being very low income. I don't have an income. Like I have chickens and I sell eggs for money. That's my income. And like they're $6 a dozen. And I don't have, like, I have 11 hens. They usually lay one egg a day, but like at the end of the day, it's not like I'm rolling in money from raising chickens. And then you have to think of like the feed and like the bedding and water and like if you have to build a structure for them or if you have to repair it and that kind of thing. So, and that's even if there's nothing where like they get sick or anything like that. So, that's what I do. My wife has a job, but even at that, it doesn't give us much freedom to do things. And when we do try to do things as a family and for our son. But I've really just, I guess I just sort of started kind of noticing how my life is different from many other people that I know, and that not having any money, um, when people say I'm broke, there's different states of being broke, different levels of being broke. And I'm not saying that somebody's not broke because they say they are or whatever. I just notice that, like, I cannot do the same things that other people do because a lot of things cost money and a lot of people favor doing things that are a little bit more exciting, which is fine. And I'm not shaming anybody for that. Just makes me feel really shitty about myself watching and seeing a bunch of people that I would like to hang out with, or meet or whatever, do really fun things that I would like to do as well, but unfortunately I just can't afford it. And for the most part, a lot of things I don't live close to be able to go to. So I kind of just like feel left out in that sense. And it's not anybody doing it on purpose. It's just I'm realizing that I'm in a different space of living than the people that I'm trying to associate with. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I cannot do these things that everybody else is wanting to do or going and doing. And it's not like I'm expected to, but it's a matter of like I would like to. I would like to be involved, but it's not something that is accessible for me, to be honest, for many reasons. And one of them is the financial reason. So I don't know, sometimes it just makes me sad because I see everybody having fun and everybody making friends and, just having a good time and stuff. And I just can't find that anywhere. Like, there's a couple people, like, when I say a couple, I mean a couple, that I see from time to time. I might hang out with somebody or see somebody like once a month, once every 2 months. So, like, my social stuff is not booming. And, yeah, I've had this has been my whole life, pretty much. I try to make friends and it just doesn't work. The only time that I felt it ever really worked was in my like early 20s to my mid 20s. I made friends with some people and I ended up hanging out at shisha bars a lot, and there was just always a huge group of people hanging around and so many different people from so many different cultures. And like I was the only one from the queer community that was involved besides my one friend, with that group of people that hung out. And to be honest, like, regardless of how many different, like, people there were there, it was like I never really had issues. I never, like, there was only one time that I can think of, and it was somebody that we didn't even really hang out with that was younger, that was trying to be a smartass, calling me and my friend slurs. But like, the owner stood up for us. We had our own space to sit and everything. Like, it was like the most included in something I've ever felt in my life. And obviously, like, that kind of stuff doesn't last forever. And so that's like, even the people that that all used to hang out there, like, maybe a couple people still go, but mainly everybody is, so for a chunk of years I did have like a place to go where like I could just go by myself and I knew that there would be a few people there that I knew and I could sit at that table with them and talk, regardless of the fact of what their background is or mine. And I learned about so many different backgrounds and languages and religions and views and things like that. And I just, like, I had a really good time and stuff. And, it's, we get older. I have a family, I have a kid. I know that there's not as much time to do things. I know everybody is busy. I've just felt very lonely and alone. And I know I said that either last video or the video before that. I guess it's just a matter of things are still the same, and I've been trying to like work my way into figuring stuff out or going to something that I enjoy, but it's not working out too great for me. So sometimes it's just more like feeling sad. I'm not like, I don't want pity or anything, and it's not the end of the world, but I feel lonely and I feel sad. And it's not like jealousy. Like, I don't know what word to use, because it's not jealousy, but like I want to be part of that. I don't want to be like the guy at the window looking in at everybody having like a nice, fun dinner and night together. And I'm just like out there looking in the window being like, that looks like so much fun. I wish, you know. But yeah, it's kind of been wearing on me a bit. So I kind of wanted to talk about it. To get it off my chest, maybe feel a little bit better. And I don't know if anybody, I'm just, you know what, I'm sure there's lots of you that do feel the same way as me, and you go through the same struggles as me. So that's kind of why I like to talk about these things. I'm a bit weary, and I think about it before I do the videos, just because I don't want anybody coming at me. Because in past, when I have made videos, people have messaged me privately and tried to call me out for speaking in general about, because sometimes there's more than one person that does something or that, you know, I want to talk about. And so, yeah, like, if I have an issue with you, I'm going to talk to you. I'm not going to make a YouTube video about you, just so you're aware. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk to you. This is just talking in general about how I've been feeling about things, and things to do with group settings and trying to fit into spaces. So I want everybody to know that, because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but if you watch one of my videos and I am talking about how I am feeling about certain things or things that have happened, and unfortunately you start getting an upset feeling, then that's not my problem. That would be your problem. And at the end of the day, like, if you're feeling upset about what I'm saying, then clearly you're the one who is thinking that I'm talking about you. And if you think I'm talking about you, then you're actually recognizing things that you may have done. And if you did do those things and you're coming at me, then, you know, I probably wasn't talking about you, but now I know that that's how you feel about me, and that's how you know, that's how you see me, or that's, you know, whatever it may be. And that's not my problem. So when I do these videos and I talk about how I'm feeling or things, unless I'm talking about something that is very sensitive, where I don't want to share somebody's name or information so that they are not found out about, I will talk about things where I have been involved and it's affected me, or whatnot, and sometimes other people are involved, but I'm not going to give out their name, and usually I'm not bringing them up to like be mad at them. I'm bringing them up as a point of what I'm talking about. So when I do speak on how I feel, I'm not talking about anybody personally, and I'm here talking about myself and how I feel about situations. So in future, this hasn't happened in a while, but I just want to clarify that I'm not talking about any singular person in general, and I hope that you understand that. And if for some reason you're angry with me or think that this is about you, that is not my problem. That seems to be a you problem, and you will have to work that out for yourself. But yeah, just wanted to kind of say that. I know that, like, after saying, like, whatever, think what you want, like, maybe the last thing that I just said was a little bit snippy, but at the end of the day, I'm really tired of people making assumptions about things. That's a lot of what people do lately nowadays. So just want to clear the air. And I'm going to end the video and let everybody know that I will get back to you once I have my consultation and stuff. And if I have anything else interesting to talk about, I've been hearing some stuff about Toronto Women's College and the Ottawa Hospital due to gender-affirming care and surgeries. I don't have enough really to make a video on it, but if I do get some more information or can dig and find some more, then I will make an update about that, or like a little video about that. But other than that, I will talk to everybody later, and I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will see you later. Peace.